All right, what's up, everyone, and welcome to Clear Talk. We have breaking footage, from the ice shooting. All right, this is video cam, the officer that shot Renee Wood. Recall we've been talking about the fact that he had his cell phone in his hand. Well, that video from that cell phone has been released. All right, so now we have video footage of his actions, his engagement with both of the women, of Renee Wood and her partner. Um, and we have the action in which where in front view of her uh, and her actions with the vehicle, along with his actions and how he, up to his shooting and even afterwards, things that he verbalized. So this was is really interesting and revealing of the whole incident, and in different ways, it proves some most of the stuff that I've already said, and I will explain why. And but then also it disproves a couple of things that I assumed maybe, and so I'm here to clear that up. So here we are. Thank you. Welcome to to Clear Talk. And if you're new here, welcome. If you'd like to check out more from the channel, please consider checking out more videos there. Consider subscribing, like, share, comment, all that good stuff to get to more for more videos to get to more people. And if you are would like to check out anything from my other channels, please do so. JMDPLAY, puzzling there. If you like what you see there, consider subscribing to those as well. Patreon there if you want to give any kind of support. $3 support any of the channels to help grow those channels, help grow Patreon, help grow JMD Nation. Any way you want to contribute, it's very much appreciated, and it's very much thank you very much. I very much thank you very much. Whatever. Anyways, you get the point. And if you're returning, you're freaking amazing. Thank you very much. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. All right, and swap over. All right, I'm not doing an hour long video on this. I'm going to show it. I'm going to explain what I'm getting from it. So yeah, let's check this out. Uh, what I've got here is a side by side comparison, and I've watched this multiple times. And the footage is lined up pretty perfectly. Like, I mean, if it to any millisecond it might be off, it's barely. So, I think this is a very good, well placed a video, so you get to see what we have been seeing, plus the video footage, the angle from the officer, Jonathan Ross, his phone, as what footage he was taking. Okay, so here we go. Oh, sorry, let me speed it up to regular speed first. Okay, as I had it shortened to show when I was looking at it and viewing it to make sure everything was timing up right. Okay, sorry. My audio once again is not. Why does this keep doing this? Gosh, it's getting annoying. Defeating. Okay, there we go. All right, all right, all right, all right. Restart.
That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. That's fine.
Okay, I'm just realizing this video actually, they cut it to where it fit in with this. Like, this video is cut to fit into here. Before, so I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna show the original footage right quick. I didn't pay attention that it was actually cut. Okay, here's the original. All right, so you're seeing him as he's getting out of the vehicle. All right, and then we'll go back to the side by side. So this is the original video. So this is moments before. Okay, so you see, she's engaging with him. Hey, dude, it's okay, dude. I'm not mad at you, either. Like, I don't know whether or not at some point maybe he mouthed to her or something or what, or maybe she just thought, I don't know. But she said, "Hey, dude, I'm not mad at you." And then it moves back, and the her partner is um engaging with him. Matter of fact, she's moving the vehicle back to get out of his way at this point right here. You saw she moved the vehicle back. That's something I didn't even notice the first time I watched it. You see, she turns her wheel and she's actually backing up. You see her moves back, her wheels rotating backwards.
I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. It's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking veteran. You want to come at us?
And she says, U.S. citizen. I think it's either her or somebody else, but I feel like it actually is her. Says former U.S. veteran, former fucking U.S. veteran, something like that. But yeah.
You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car.
All right, at this point you hear that's where the other two agents come up. They're engaging. Get out of the car. The one's starting to grab her, trying to get into her front door. Something that I hadn't noticed before, and this angle shows that the partner was attempting to also get into the other side of the door because she realizes, oh crap, man, like we're, they're trying to get in, or I suppose. Anyways, and then that's when Renee starts to react with the vehicle.
Get out of the car.
All right, so you see the movement of the vehicle. Her partner, I think it even at some point says something like,
That's okay. We don't change plates later. That's fine. You want to come at us?
says something like either hold on baby or something like that, or maybe I've also it's been told to me she may have been saying hurry or run baby or something like, I don't know, something to that aspect. You hear you see
You want to come at us?
her.
I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car.
All right, here. This is the one thing that I do want to go ahead and correct on my part. The one thing that I assumed or thought that there was a good possibility was that because, she is a woman and there are, guys, men in uniform approaching her vehicle so aggressively, that well, the one particularly trying to come in and get into her vehicle, that maybe she panicked that way. And there, I think there's been other people that assumed that too, that, but the possibility that she panicked and that's the reason why she moved and whatever. After viewing this, I have to say, I don't think she panicked. I mean, to some degree, maybe she panicked, like, into to the fact of maybe, or maybe the way she expresses panic is in this more because you can see that she kind of has a smile on her face as if the intent here is to just simply flee or to get away, like, oh no, you're not going to get in my vehicle, and so ha 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 ha, like a good try, so, kind of like that. So it might not necessarily, so and that still could be just a projection like reaction of freaking out, maybe, I mean, to some degree, but not in the way that I was thinking. I was thinking more of like, oh shit, oh my gosh, kind of like thing like that. It seems to be more of a you're not getting in my vehicle, ha ha ha, like a maybe kind of thing. Okay, still, and this is still, yes, she's not abiding by their by what they're requesting, which is for her to get out. True enough, yes, and she's trying to flee. Yes, that I never said otherwise. So, and to what extent that might have been wrong or even illegal, okay, whatever. Still, and I've made that clear, still does not deserve the action that was taken by the officer. So, and then you see she is right here turning her wheels. Like she is deliberately turning her wheels to her right. Okay, she's moving, turning the vehicle so that the wheels, which we've seen in the other angle, her wheels completely turn to the right. Okay, so for those who are arguing that, oh, she was intending, and I even argued that she may not have even seen the guy in front. Maybe she was too focused on the other two guys or just turning her wheel that she didn't see the other guy. It is clear in here that she did see the guy. So, which would mean even more so, okay, she turned the wheel, because you can make the argument, oh, if she was trying to hit him, she saw him, then why would she turn the wheel? Like if she was intending on hitting him, then she would not have even bothered turning the wheel, especially if she saw him, right? Because if she didn't see him, then there was never any intent. But okay, now we have clarity that she saw him, and she's still turning the wheel, though. She's turning the wheel in an intention to divert the vehicle opposite a direction of where he is standing. So she is still, this still proves that she is not deliberately trying to hit him. Period. She's not trying to hit him. Okay? And remember that he's holding his hand in his left hand. So his body is still even further than what you're seeing in the camera. All right?
Get out of the car.
Pop, pop, pop. You hear the 3 gunshots? But then here is where I think this guy may have, it renders his attitude, his opinion, the way he reacts to things. Listen.
Get out of the car.
He calls her a fucking bitch. After discharging his weapon at her, he shoots at her 3 times. And instead of thinking like, holy shit, or oh my goodness, or some kind of reaction like I can't believe that happened, or whatever, he is directing a response of anger and frustration and contentment, really, at her as an individual. You fucking bitch. That to me is very much revealing. Okay? I'm sorry, but that is very much revealing to me about his attitude, the way he views things. He was frustrated in that moment. He was walking around the vehicle, trying to take videos of this vehicle to document it for whatever reason, whether the intent was to put it on a watch list so that if they arrived at another operation, then it would just add to, a case against them or whatever of impeding, or potentially for them to, for him to find them later and charge them with something. I don't know. He was taking evidence clearly on his phone of this vehicle because he feels that they are impeding or they are disturbing him in some kind of way, or the operation maybe, or maybe he just doesn't like them. I don't know. But, so he's clearly frustrated. That's the reason why he's, doing the action that he's doing initially anyway with recording. And then when she reacts to the other cops trying to turn and get away, which you can say, okay, why would she be attempting to do this knowing that her partner, because I'm sitting there thinking also in my head, okay, well, I mean, you're making this action. What is the intent there to just like get away a little bit and then hope that your partner can run up and get into the vehicle, or you're going to come back for the partner, or like there's a lot of things that I would have to, try to place myself in her mind in that moment that would be like questionable about why she would even do this outside of just trying to get away. As far as when in relation to her partner, and their partner's safety. So, whatever. Maybe she felt like, like I said, she could potentially just come back and get her partner or whatever. or maybe she's just going to like get up so far or whatever, and then call a partner and be like, "Hey, I'm right over here. Come over here, and I'll pick you up." Or I don't know. Who knows? But so he's already frustrated in this clearly, and it shows even more so after the action, after him shooting and releasing 3 clips, 3 shots at her. Then his first reaction, his first response after that is fucking bitch. So he's already has this disdained opinion mentality towards her. Even after shooting at her, knowing that potentially he may have shot her. I mean, he's got to know that there was a good chance that he shot her. He's shooting directly at her with intent. And to then proceed to say fucking bitch, or instead of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I had to do that, or like some kind of like, even like a smidge of sort of remorse or like concern about the action he just made. It was more of an anger at her. That is for me concerning. All right, so after seeing that, now I'm gonna go back down here to the side by side. Like I said, this is shorter than it doesn't show the full first section, but
That's fine. U.S. citizen.
this is where you're seeing, okay, she's motioning people. She's even motioning the ones that got out. We spoke about this already.
You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
All right, you're seeing him approach. He's approaching from this side here. He's approaching over there. All right. He's coming up to the car here.
Get out of the fucking car.
Get out of the car. She's moving back.
Get out of the car.
She's moving forward at this point. All right. Now we see here he's done pulled out his sidearm at this point. All right. He's pulled his sidearm out. Right now, he's pulled his arm out. And he's extending his arm towards the windshield, towards the vehicle. Okay, you haven't seen the knock yet, okay? Because I didn't talk about that yet, and I did that on purpose. You don't see the knock of the phone yet, okay? Because the knock on the phone in the original video intends, oh shit, he did get hit. But hold on, okay? Whoa, whoa! You hear him say whoa, whoa, and this is where the phone blocks. He is reaching over, and this is where the shots happen. His feet are away from both feet are away from the wheels. He's put this is the gun, right? I'm sorry, you can't see my finger. This is the gun right here, okay? You see this gun out, or on the side of the guy here. He's pointing the gun towards the windshield. All right, so he's extending over. His whole body is leaned towards the vehicle. What I originally said was I'm thinking that he very likely braced himself on the vehicle because he was trying to extend over to shoot at her. So he used the vehicle with his phone to brace himself, which means, yes, he made contact with the vehicle. The contact made vehicle with him. I mean, the vehicle made contact with him. But it wasn't in a way where she was hitting him on purpose. Matter of fact, he, in his leaning and movement, I argued in my video just a few hours ago that, to me, he was engaging himself at the vehicle. He was putting himself in the harm of getting hit. Other than, away from the other action that he could have done, and that was to just like completely evade the vehicle. But no, he moved towards the vehicle to try to shoot at her in his defensive action. Okay. So, pop, pop, pop. All right. Fucking bitch, as he's putting the gun back in his holster. All right. So let's rewind. See that again.
That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking country. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car.
She tries to get in. Vehicle backs up, pulls forward. Pop, pop.
Fucking bitch.
All right. I'm going to slow this down.
Out of the car.
He's got his gun moved out. He's pointing towards, you see the gun right here. He's pointing. He's leaned over the vehicle. He's literally leaned over the vehicle. Okay. You see the white of the phone here because he touched the vehicle and then he's coming like the vehicle, probably the movement of the vehicle brushed his arm off. Pop, pop, pop. Here, what I'm thinking is his hand with his phone potentially, and this is something I thought before, but I didn't mention because I wasn't quite sure, is potentially his hand was hit by, and what you might also hear as far as contact to the phone is the side view mirror. Like his hand hits the side view mirror as it's moving away from him because he's leaned over the vehicle and then he has to come back off after shooting and he shoots through the side window. Boom, boom. Okay. So if he's shooting and then as he's moving, he's got to shift himself. He shifts off of the vehicle. It's very in the movement and motion of the vehicle. There's a very good chance that the light, the mirror hit his hand with the phone. And so you've got this like double contact kind of thing going on, like blah, 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 like that in the middle of him shooting. Okay. Again. Plow, plow, plow.
Fucking bitch.
All right. So, again, I think this is a good video. I think that some people are trying to make the claim, and I think even the fact that it got released, that they thought that this more than likely clears him. Because they're like, oh, see, you can see and hear the contact. So yeah, he definitely was hit. I mean, he had to have been hit for there to be contact on the phone. But I had already stated it looked to me like he put his hands on the car. Now, you could argue, okay, for him to have to do that, the car was in his way, so he had, well, okay, but still, he was also at the same time putting his hand on the car. He was with his other hand pointing the gun damn near point blank to the windshield to make the first initial shot. Then, like I said, it looks like either with him shifting away from the vehicle as the vehicle is, going away from him after the first shot, his hand with the phone either maybe hits the mirror, potentially. It looks like, or even maybe the gun with the hand with the gun may even have hit the mirror, and then he shoots 2 times, or brushes around the mirror, and then he pushed back forward and shoots 2 times. Either way, he was completely to the side of the vehicle. She completely rotated the wheel all the way around with the intention of turning her vehicle away from the officers to flee. She was not intentionally trying to hit or run over any of the officers. That was never her intent. She was literally just talking to this person, stating, hey, dude, I'm not mad at you. I'm not upset with you. We don't have a problem. Go ahead. You can video my car. I don't care. I'm not upset with you. No big deal. She was engaging in a kind manner. Matter of fact, I would argue she was actually kinder than her partner was. Her partner was way more, if you want to say, somewhat provocative. Oh, not provocative. I'd pay the wrong word. Somewhat like agitative, I guess you could say, to him. than Renee was in the car. And she was motioning, she's motioning people by. Hey, come on, I mean, if she was trying to run this guy over when he came around the first time on her vehicle, why wouldn't she have tried to run him over then? Instead, she backed up to give him clearance. I mean, there's no action in this by her part where you can, without a reasonable doubt, argue that she is trying. She's actually intentionally trying to hit him. Now, that's on her part. And I am clear on that. But that doesn't mean that he, in his mind, can't think, oh, she might be trying to hit me, right? Because, I mean, he's the one that made the action with the gun. So maybe he felt afraid. All right. It was thrown up by JD Vance. Oh, he got dragged by a vehicle 6 months ago. He might feel some sort of way about a vehicle coming towards him. Like I argued, well, then he shouldn't have been in front of the fucking vehicle. Like, if you've got some kind of mental PSD on this, why were you even close to a vehicle? Like, this doesn't make sense. It's not adding up. But even so, I keep saying this over and over again, for your initial action to be to pull the sidearm because of a vehicle moving, because the vehicle was moving. She had just attempted to start moving forward when he pulled the gun out. But you got to think, I guess the one thing is to think, okay, what movement was the car making when he made the decision to pull the gun? He's got to think, oh, let me pull my gun. I still feel like your initial thought when a vehicle is turning and motioning, making a forward motion, and you're at the front corner of it, your initial action isn't to pull a sidearm, reach yourself over that vehicle to shoot, which the intent to shoot would be the intent to stop her. Not necessarily to stop her from hitting you, but to stop her from fleeing, because that's what you're thinking she's doing. When my instinct would have been to just get the fuck out the way. Like, you are leaning over this vehicle to shoot her, meaning you are putting your body in front of her vehicle, right? And if this argument was being made in the reverse of this, if this was an ICE agent in the vehicle and a protester was putting their bodies on the vehicle, as we've seen done, and I admit that's stupid as hell, but you've had protesters do this, and if they, and they're dragging the protester, or they're, your argument would be, oh, it's not his fault. The protester's on the vehicle. It's the protester's fault. Why are we not making the same argument here for the officer, for the agent? That he's literally leaning on the vehicle, it appears, or at the very least reaching over the vehicle to make his shot in that windshield initially, the first shot. That means he is purposely placing his body in harm's way. So that in itself, for me, takes the argument out of the hands of her mobility or her intent. And then you just tack on the fact that, yes, she's turning the wheel completely to the right. Her wheels are turning to the right, which has been made over and over and over again. That argument has been shown. His body, his legs, his feet were to the uh, right, left, however you want to look at it, of the vehicle to the side of the vehicle. His feet did not get run over to the extent that he went to the hospital. He was walking perfectly fine, as some were saying that he was walking with a limp or he had a broken foot. His foot never got ran over. His foot never got ran over by the wheel. We've seen that in many slow motions over and over again. The wheel did not go over his feet. He was walking perfectly fine, did not have a limp to him at all. But he did leave the scene of the crime. I'm sorry, the scene of the incident. So, that's my breakdown of this new video. That's my opinion. Again, I think it does clarify some things that I questioned before. You know, like her and her perception of the people, you know, of the officer trying to get into her vehicle and her action, you know, reaction. I was thinking was more, again, like fear or scared or like, you know, just panic. But it seems if to any extent that it was panic, it was more of a like, oh no, you're not getting in my vehicle, ha ha ha, try to keep up kind of thing. You can see that her the partner here just seems completely stunned. Like she can't believe what happened. Probably can't believe the actions of her partner or the officers at this point. She's probably in complete disbelief. Maybe hasn't even registered that the shots had happened, like it, or you know, like it was probably like what just wait a minute, those were shots. Like what like you know the and again like to realize that just literally seconds before she is engaging, okay, like a civil, normal human being. Yeah, she may have been there to defend, because apparently the actions of this, from what I understand now, is that they were raiding like at least one house in this neighborhood that they assumed, I guess, an illegal immigrant was at, maybe whether it was a Somalian or whatever. And she happened to be here for whatever reason. I don't know necessarily that she lives on this block, or if she does, maybe not necessarily where she is at, but her intent seems to be going the other way initially. But she's still engaging with the officer in a fairly kind manner, in my opinion. And then just mere seconds later, she's dead. Yes, she reacted in a way that many would think was probably not the best action. No doubt. You know, trying to flee, get away. But again, I don't care what the action is. The officer is a trained individual, or supposed to be a trained individual. And his initial thought of trying to pull out his firearm, knowing that that is a weapon that kills, with intention to do and inflict damage to her, or a wound at best. Knowing that you could potentially kill this person, knowing that this action could potentially harm others. I still place more blame on the agent and the officer because he should have been under better training, or if he did have the authorized training that is suspected of this type of position, then he should have been trained enough to make a better decision here and prevent something like this from happening. Point blank. We should expect better of our enforcement, of the people who are supposed to be the positive influence for society. Or at least that's what I was always thought. Any type of enforcement was supposed to be the good, positive influence, the positive responsibility, to show responsibility. Although we have seen over the years careless moments where police officers over and over again do actions that, to put it nicely, could have been done better. And again, this is one where I think it could have been done better on his part. And I feel like he has the most responsibility in this situation, because he is the authority. We should expect better. Yes, sometimes if you want to make the argument that, oh, she was out of control, she was blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. Citizens have the right to be a little out of control, but when you're talking about an official authority, and even furthermore, this is a government official authority, he should have more control. You should expect better. He has supposedly training for situations like this. And as even the lady on Fox News of all that I talked about in my video earlier today stated in their training that they, even in this instance, they are trained not to do that. So, thank you very much. Let me know what you think, though. View this over and over again. Go look at the videos. If you come up with something different, let me know. But I've shown you over and over again and shown you different and given you different perspectives or opinions and viewpoints on this. And you know, I'm just, at the very least, this, while doesn't make her innocent, but it also doesn't make him innocent. And again, makes the whole narrative pushed by the administration to be a lie, to be false, inaccurate, as we are more and more growing to expect from them. Again, authorities that we should expect better from. Thank you very much for joining me. Next time, peace. ClearTalk. I'm out.